Live from the KWQC studio, this is TV6 News at 6.
Now at 6, the Iowa caucuses are a week away. A look at the candidates making their final pitches across the state. And many Davenport residents woke up to a ticket or even a towed car today. The tally of vehicles removed after last night's snow emergency. Plus, how people in the Midwest are paying tribute to NBA legend Kobe Bryant. First at 6, though, with just a week to go until the Iowa caucuses, presidential candidates are flooding the state, making their final pitches. Good evening. I'm David Nelson. Paula is off. Latest polls show the Democratic candidates are tight. The top 4, it's still anybody's game, all 4 double digits, and they're separated by 5 total. Now, one of these polls, this is the Des Moines Register, one from the New York Times and Siena College Research Institute, shows the 4 candidates there at the top. Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders just edging out the competition in Iowa, and then going back to the latest poll from the Des Moines Register, a similar story, except in this one they're even tighter than that. Sanders narrowly taking the lead among Democratic caucus goers in Iowa. Register, though, also found less than half of those people have made up their minds on whom they plan to support.
I think I'm like a lot of Iowans in that we haven't decided.
As the candidates make their way across the state, several are stopping here in the Quad Cities area. It's going to be a busy coming days here. Joe Biden's going to be in Muscatine, Davenport, and Clinton tomorrow. Andrew Yang is making stops in Burlington, Davenport, and Clinton on Wednesday. Tom Steyer is holding a town hall in Davenport on Thursday, and then Pete Buttigieg will be in Clinton and Davenport Friday night. There are still 12 Democrats in the race for president as of now. President Trump is also coming to Iowa this week. He's going to be holding a rally at the Knapp Center on Drake University's campus in Des Moines. That's going to be on Thursday. The president is among 3 candidates for the Republican nomination, but he is heavily favored in Iowa. Doors are going to open Thursday at 3 with the event starting at 7 o'clock. Now, on caucus night, the Des Moines Register says Clinton County is one of the most important counties to watch. The Register reports Clinton is among 31 Iowa counties that flipped from Obama to Trump, with many of those counties clustered in eastern Iowa and along the Mississippi River in particular. Register reports the communities were built on manufacturing and have been hit hard by declines in population and the economy. If you want to learn more about the caucuses, St. Ambrose University is holding a free event to talk about them this week. It's happening Wednesday from noon to 1:30 at the Rogalski Center. Speakers will talk about what to expect on caucus night, the impact of the youth vote, and the history of the Iowa caucuses. All right, we are taking a live look out coming off a weekend, and it is Monday, and we've still got, Eric, some cloudy, gloomy conditions to deal with.
Yeah, you know, we sure do. We have got our visibilities that we'll continue to monitor through the evening here. If this fog gets thicker later tonight, it could be squeezing out some freezing fog, some fog that lands on those sub-freezing surfaces and freezes. So by morning, keep an eye on that. Be careful on your way in. You might expect to come through some slightly slick areas, but otherwise, we'll just keep our skies cloudy through the next few days. Really not a lot of change. By the way, the fog isn't so bad right now. Those clouds hanging just above the surface, so visibility is not really impaired at this point. Could change later this evening. Take a look at the numbers, anywhere from the mid and upper 20s to low 30s. We're at 30 in the Quad Cities and Galesburg, 31 in Burlington, 29 in Dubuque, with 32 in Savannah and Muscatine. As we take a look at our slight breeze from the northwest, around 5 miles per hour. So that's knocking our temperatures down just a touch. Wind chills mainly in the 20s. A few areas still left in the 30s, but look at all the cloud cover. We're socked in for tonight. We'll keep an eye on some of those clearing spots off to the north and west. That might mean some brief thinning in the clouds during the morning tomorrow, but overall it's still going to be a fairly gray day with mostly cloudy skies. Temperature-wise, well, we'll hold in the upper 20s through the evening, mid-20s by morning time, and just back to the low 30s for highs tomorrow.
After the Davenport snow emergency that started last night and ended this morning, we reached out to the city of Davenport asking about the number of vehicles that needed to be towed from the downtown and hilltop areas. Those were the 2 areas in which this applied. And we're told 76 vehicles were towed during the snow emergency. Tributes to Kobe Bryant are coming in from around the world. At Chicago's United Center, life-size images of the NBA superstar were displayed there on the building. Bryant died in a helicopter crash yesterday, along with 8 others, including his 13-year-old daughter. They were headed to a youth basketball game. We still don't know what caused the crash, but we do know the helicopter took off in foggy conditions while other choppers were grounded. The pilot of Bryant's helicopter had requested and had been granted special clearance to fly in those conditions. Now, according to an online aircraft database, the Sikorsky 76 helicopter that crashed Sunday afternoon was previously owned by the state of Illinois. Records show that it was owned by the state from 2007 to 2015, when former Governor Bruce Rauner put the state fleet of aircraft up for sale in a cost-saving measure. Today, Chicago Bulls players spent their morning discussing ways to pay tribute to Bryant. Chicago Tribune reports the Bulls are planning something to honor him before tip-off against the Spurs tonight. Players reacted today at practice.
I idolized Kobe. He was my favorite player growing up. One of the reasons why I wear number 8.
It's definitely saddening, and it just shows that every day is not promised. That's a clear-cut picture of it not being promised. So you have to take advantage of each and every day.
Bulls released a statement after the news broke, saying in part that while he leaves us far too soon, the statement says his legacy and persona will forever be remembered. Bryant's sudden death has also impacted a lot of fans in Milwaukee, where a special memorial has sprung up now. Stephanie Haynes paid it a visit and spoke to grieving fans.
He's a legend of our generation.
Milwaukee's hearts are breaking for Kobe Bryant, his daughter, and the other lives lost in Sunday's tragedy.
It's Kobe. It's like we got to show love for Kobe.
Candles spelled out Kobe's name around a memorial for the basketball legend outside Fiserv Forum. The star's death motivated Robert Haskins to offer a place for people to reflect on the loss.
One of the greatest players to touch a basketball has passed. And not only has he passed at 41 years old. Kobe had he got coaching in him. Like Kobe had so much more to give to the game.
I remember being a kid watching him beat the Celtics in the finals and the Magic, and he made me fall in love with basketball.
Meanwhile, across town at the River West COA, fans gathered on the court in the legend's honor.
So this session today is dedicated to Kobe, number 8, number 24.
The group plays basketball every Sunday, they say in part thanks to Kobe's legacy.
We grew up in this neighborhood, and, for us to still have this camaraderie to this day, it's come from seeing Kobe play.
He was a big idol to me. He's the reason why I picked the basketball up.
Not only is Kobe a star on the court, but an incredible role model with a strong work ethic that inspired so many others to be their best.
R.I.P. to Big Kobe, man. It's your day, man. Today we play for you, baby. R.I.P. Kobe. Mama Day.
Bryant retired from the NBA in 2017. He was 41 years old. Still to come here at 6, the city of Clinton has been awarded nearly $250,000. How they plan to use it.
And our temperatures hovering right around average today and again tomorrow. And as we get toward the end of the week, we will see a bit of a warm up and some more sunshine. Highs into the 40s by late in the weekend. The details are coming up.